must really, really love to test. I love it too. There's just one small thing we need to take care of first.
The original Portal, which was an extra included in the orange box, surprised a lot of people. Not only did it offer well-done puzzles with its Portal gun, but had a lot of clever writing and humorous dialogue. It was a short experience, but a well-crafted one. Its sequel, Portal 2, is being released on its own, with promises of a longer single-player campaign as well as the addition of a cooperative campaign. It manages to deliver not only a great puzzle game like its predecessor, but is also funnier and more clever, leading to one of the most memorable experiences in the last decade.
Okay, ready? One.
Catch me, catch... Ow! Ow.
Portal 2 picks up an undetermined amount of time after the first. You wake up in the Aperture Science testing facility and manage to break out of your confines with the help of a bumbling, talkative AI. It doesn't take long to run into GLaDOS, who isn't exactly happy with you after the events of the first game. From there, you're thrust into various tests created by GLaDOS, while she taunts you the entire way through.
You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that.
While one might not expect a great story out of a puzzle game normally, Portal 2 provides an engrossing adventure with extremely well-written dialogue. When you aren't laughing out loud, you're sure to have a smile on your face whenever the dialogue is being presented. The few characters you encounter are memorable, and more expressive than most actual humans in other games. The few twists the story have are impactful, and the game provides one of the best, most exciting endings in recent memory.
Don't worry, but if anyone asks, tell them as far as you know, the last time you checked, everyone looked pretty much alive. Alright? Not dead.
If you're familiar with the first Portal, you'll probably be on very familiar ground at the start of Portal 2. Using the Portal gun, you can create two separate portals on any white surface, allowing you to travel vast distances in a short time. The puzzles all revolve around placing the two portals correctly to navigate your way through hazard-filled chambers. Puzzles start off simple to ease you in, typically only throwing a few different variables at you at a time. However, as the game goes on, you'll need quick reflexes as well as your intellect to progress. You'll have to push buttons, move boxes, and use the momentum gained falling through portals to solve everything the game throws at you. Portal 2 introduces new elements like cubes that deflect lasers, jump pads that launch you great distances, bridges of light, and various gels that have different properties. For example, the blue gel acts as a trampoline, allowing you to jump higher. The puzzles are brilliantly designed. They require you to stop and think while observing your surroundings. You'll need to put the various things the game teaches you into practice in order to progress. Puzzles can be challenging, and it's inevitable you'll get stumped more than once, but the game has a habit of doing so for just long enough that it never leads to frustration. Just when you think you've tried everything and want to give up, the solution will just click inside your head. The puzzles are never unfair, just occasionally perplexing, and you'll probably feel like the smartest person in the world once you solve them. They're immensely satisfying.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not get covered in the repulsion gel.
Once you've completed the 5 to 6 hour single-player campaign, there's an entire co-op campaign to dive into. You and a partner, each armed with your own portal guns, have to navigate puzzles that are arguably more difficult since you have to figure out how to best use 4 portals instead of only 2. The puzzles presented are just as satisfying to navigate and incorporate the same elements found in the single-player. It's also about the same length, clocking in at around 6 hours. It is best to play this mode with a friend using voice chat. You do get markers to tell your partner where to place portals, but this function is best used in addition to voice chat, not in place of it. Graphically, Portal 2 looks very good. The textures are not the best you'll ever see, but the art direction and atmosphere stand out and make up for any technical shortcomings. It feels like you're in a place that's seen better days, and a lot of the puzzle rooms seem thrown together, as if GLaDOS is scrambling to come up with them. There are a lot more open environments in Portal 2, which lessen the claustrophobic feel of the original and present plenty of high-flying opportunities. Sound design is where Portal 2 excels on every level. The music is well done, usually playing subtly in the background to complement the atmosphere, but the real star here is the voice acting. The performances are on par with other Valve productions, which is to say they are extremely high caliber. J.K. Simmons and Stephen Merchant are on hand to lend their voices, and they do a spectacular job. It really doesn't get much better than this.
Let us know if you feel a shortness of breath, a persistent dry cough, or your heart stopping, because that's not part of the test. That's asbestos.
Portal 2 does everything that a sequel should. It takes the core concepts from the original game and expands on them to create a sequel that surpasses all expectations. While there's not much reason to play through either campaign more than once, the retail price is well worth the experience alone. It's longer, more clever, and funnier than Portal 1, and is sure to stick with players long after the credits roll. It's a superb game that everyone should experience.
Initiating surprise in 3, 2, 1. Surprise. Oh, come on.